And this is where all the magic happens. These guys save my ass, and they have a lot of extra wood. But I usually go and try to find my stuff in here. So that's shout out to George for providing all the good wood for me to play with, and I will try to shove it in that thing over there. Good morning, everyone. It is I, Bela, from Craft, and we are checking in on the shop. So for right now, we still don't have electricity, but my lawyer told me that he is gonna sign the papers today, which means that hopefully this week we are going to have some electricity and we can light up the space and all that jazz. But for now, we work in the dark. And I have my coffee. Anyway, let me show you what I got. So I got this lovely magnet magnet board. Yeah, this is my lovely magnet board, and this is where I will keep all my fridge magnets. And I have placed the big sunset art we made the other day in a prime spot. So that's pretty neat. And I got the little thingy, the disaster of the ocean waves in, and I got a little piece of board as well as the little purple tray. And you probably seen in a video, it's already done in that video, but it's not done in this video. So after I do the walk around, I'm gonna finish that one, oil it and clean it up for scientific purposes. And then I'm gonna put a piece of wood at the back of this and probably hang it also in a prime spot. I was thinking, honestly, I'm not sure. I really want to have it in a prime place, but when you like come in the shop or when you walk past the shop, you should be able to see it. So I think this will give me like here. Right here. This should be the area to do it. We'll see about that. Anyway, so I need to get a chair, and I have some in storage. I have some spare office chairs in storage, so I can sit down and do things. But that's an adventure for another day. Yeah, this is it basically for this check-in. I have to make a bunch of pistachio trays. So not these tables, but trays like this. And I got some lovely oak boards to do it with. Yeah, so this is day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, day 7. Hey guys, this is another morning in Craft. I already recorded the walk around video, which is gonna be that one. I'm sorry, I have a customer in front of the window pointing at the Atlas table I made. Oh wow, people are interested about my stuff. Anyways, so yeah, one thing, which is weird, I'm shooting like 3 or 4 videos a day, and I realized that is too much to shoot without a script, or too much to shoot as the way I do it, like no BS, no plans, and just fucking bringing it. Okay, I tell you why. Because I shoot like 4 intros, one after each other, and I don't know what I said in which one. Like if I have already said the intro for this, or what update I told you about the shop already or not. It's just, like keeping track of things and keeping the timeline somewhat followable. So I think I'm gonna stop recording everything I do. Like every live update. That doesn't work. Unless I have a cameraman who's following me all the time and I'm doing live streams like these cat girls do on Twitter, Twitch. But I don't have the boobs and the cleavage for it, so that's my OnlyFans content anyway. So subscribe for my OnlyFans if you want that. Jokes aside. Still no electricity. I have a promise that the papers will be signed today. Fingers crossed. Which means that I'm probably gonna have electricity this week. Meanwhile, I can make some art. And yesterday we worked on this table frame, and it came out really nice, as you can see. It has some. I will show you. I'm gonna do B-rolls outside with the sunlight on. But now it's time to finish it and clean it up, because as you can see, I have nasty silicone in the bottom of it. Now, funny thing about silicone, it is very easy to clean off. But to clean out from the wood grain is a fucking nightmare. So basically, I can just get my knife and just start scraping it off. And once I get a good peel, it's like your skin after sunburn. You know, you got the satisfactory peel. Ew. Anyway, so I have to clean this off. So I'm just gonna cut here, cut in here. Don't know how much you can see, probably nothing. And I'll try to, just coax it out. Try not to kill myself. Never cut towards you, because you're gonna end up like me, sliced and diced fingers, missing parts, And then, once that's done, I want to use my good old trusty, crusty tongue oil and just oil it up, just to, have it something nice. I don't want to go overboard with this. This is just a little piece, which I love. I love this color. And sometimes, as I said, I remember I said it previously in this video, sometimes you have to do a simple project just to clean the palette. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is what we're gonna do now. Do some scrapes and repetitions. Should I do this silently in the time lapse, or should I do it while I'm talking to you? You know what? I'm gonna talk to you, and if you don't want me to talk to you, you can just mute the video and set it to 2x speed. And you can make up your own mind. I give you two kinds of content at the same time, because I'm a pro YouTuber, like the big boys, and I'm literally like a content god. So I can do everything, everywhere, all the time. So the shop is coming along. I think I need to make a lot more stuff, to be honest. I have a lot of canvases, and I made a terrible ocean wave art. You can see it in the other video. Okay, this isn't working. I need to figure this out. So I made a terrible ocean wave art, which, it came out fine. I just used up way too much resin. I wasted a bunch of resin, and not just wasted a bunch of resin, but I spent a lot of time, and I made a huge mess out of it. So therefore, I need to find a better way to do it. Now, Marcy, she's an angel, okay? And if I can, I will try to tag her channel here in mine, because she kind of needs our help and support. So go check out her channel and subscribe if you like her stuff. But anyway, I'm digressing. So Marcy gave me a lot of advice how to do this normally and how to do this properly. And as we usually do, I don't listen to my others because I'm a dumb fuck. And I made a oopsie on that project, to say the least. And anyway, so but I think it was Fire Girl or forgot who you were. Guys, excuse me, I will write it here who told me. But she told me that why don't I just pour a little bit of epoxy at the back of the canvas, let it cure, let it harden, and then work. So and then once it's cured, I don't have to worry about supporting the back of the canvas against the bowing. And I was like, oh, that's so fucking logical. That's so fucking simple. And I didn't think of that. So kudos to you. But I want to try. What I'm trying to say is, I want to try to make my next project doing that. You know. So that's another video incoming. I made a spray painted sunset video. It's maybe not up, but I was overheated and I rambled a lot, and I'm not sure if it's something I want to upload or not, because it's just way too incoherent. But anyway, you'll see. If it's up, it's up. If it's not, it might come up. Maybe I make a silent video out of it. I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I got a bunch of oak boards. So I bought, basically when I go to my timber yard, I buy oak boards which are split in the middle or the center of the wood, because those are the shitty ones and those are the ones nobody wants. And this timber yard sells wood mainly for furniture and flooring and all that jazz. And they need a high quality, very good grainage wood. And I like to pick up these cheap, well, relatively cheap. It was $100. Cheap boards, and use them in my art. Anyway, I got like a 3-meter board, and I was able to salvage a lot of 50 centimeter chunks of it. And every center has a little imperfection, which means that I can split it in the middle and create a fake live edge or something like that of it. And that is going to be one of the projects I'm going to do, because I need to ramp up production on trays and stuff, because I only have like a few trays left, like the custom ones. So we're probably gonna do a lot of tray content too. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna. This is a nightmare. I don't have the proper tool here with me to pull this out. I bought this knockoff Leatherman from the internet. It works like a charm. I think it's coming from the same factory as the Leatherman, but it's like 1-to-1 knockoff and cost fraction of a real Leatherman. And I'm using the saw blade to scar it up, but that is just not helping me right now. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, you know what? Fucking can opener. Let's try a can opener. Does can opener do anything for us here? It does. That is exactly what we need here. Experiment, experiment, experiment. That's what I always say. Now, my wife, she is planning to do a grand opening in the shop, which I'm very nervous about. She's gonna invite all these artists and curators and artsy people, and I'm terribly scared of talking to them because, guys, you know me by now, I guess. But I'm not the kind of guy who can play this sophisticated, very very posh person. I can do it, you know. I mean, I can act like a very very well mannered, and I can act like a very well studied. You know, I can talk about posh and all that, and I can act like a very very well sophisticated and trained artist. But it's just so not me. I'm so worried that I will have to, you know, act like a turtleneck guy. Francis Bacon comes in mind. But I'm more like an HR geeker. I know it doesn't look like it, but I am twisted right now. I shouldn't tell that to you. I should cut this out. But yeah, I like twisted stuff. Maybe. One day I'll show you my bookcase. Anyways, I'm I'm not worshipping David, that's for sure. But anyway, you know what? I want to try out. I saw a few videos recently, and I would like to try out how to do acrylic pours. And I just love the way how color separates and color uh, happens, no, behaves on those acrylic pours. And of course, when I saw it, I saw a girl. I follow a girl on YouTube. Her name is Pushing Up Roses, and she's not a massive YouTuber per se. But I started following her because she is a fan of classic side-scrolling games, which I am a fan of too. And she used to do reviews of that, and then she used to do like these light-hearted TV series reviews of the 80s, which I grew up with. Anyway, and she does acrylic pour art. I don't know that channel exactly, but if you go to Pushing Across channel, you'll probably find her channel too. And she's like an amazing artist, to be honest. And I really wanted to try out that pouring acrylic paint on canvas and you know, like putting drips of silicone in it and then see how the cells form and all that. It's just so amazing, so amazing. And I swear to God, I think it's fucking stressful to do because it doesn't want to come out as you make it, because you know paint always behaves as the paint wants to behave, how you want paint to behave. Okay, scraping is going well. I'm almost halfway done. So yeah, acrylic pours. I want to do a lot of acrylic pours. And if you have any advice before I get into it, that would be greatly appreciated. Seriously. I just said I'm not following advice because I'm a dumb idiot, but sometimes I do. Okay, so if you have some tips and tricks you want to share about acrylic pours, I'm more than happy to read them. So yeah, comment section, hit it up. Also, can you use tempera, like this cool paint, for acrylic pours, or do you need any specific paint for that? The question is, do I need to invest a lot of money into this, or can I just fucking go to the student, or go to the dollar store and just get the cheap school paint and just go for it? Because also this acrylic paint art, it's very conflicting, because every YouTube channel I saw, same thing happens there with the same thing as with woodworking or epoxy art or stuff like that. It's you have to buy this special paint and this flow rate and that kind of stuff. I got silicone in my eye. Anyway, so yeah. Every advice is greatly appreciated. Please, 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 tell me all your experiences, because I want to try it out and maybe have some in my shop. I don't know. Okay, good. Oh yeah, by the way, I packed the package for Adam. My first ever customer. So I'm not first ever customer, first ever web shop customer, taginacraft.com. And I started shooting the parts where I pack it up in a box. Then I started shooting me printing labels and all that. And then I went to the post office. I don't shoot at the post office because people are working there. And I'm not that fucking idiot who shoots videos and being annoying. Way too old for that. So anyway, I shot a few scenes of me putting it together. Then I realized I doxed Adam 3 times, so I had to reshoot it without showing his address. Then I doxed myself. And then I was like, you know what? This isn't working. So I edited it for about 2-3 hours, and then I realized it's just a video for sake of putting out a video, like, just to get the video numbers up, and it doesn't have enough meat in it. It's just me showing a box, and then me talking about how to print a label, and then I didn't like it, so that's not going up. Instead, I'm gonna tell you about it here. So what happened is I made the posters, and then I got a big cardboard box, and then I sliced it up to size. I put it in the box, and I used this bubble wrap and some newspapers and shit like that to make it tight. And I went to the post office, and I don't know if I ever told you, but Egina is a funny place. So basically, we have 3 islands next to each other. And the long and short of it is, we have one post office for all the 3 islands, and that is right here on Egina. Now, we have 3 postmen, and one of them is dealing with the parcels, one of them is delivering letters, and the other one is the head of the post office. And And they only work between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day, Monday to Friday. And they are terribly underpaid and terribly overworked. And because a lot of foreigners live here from Western Europe and the States, they are like these demanding people because they are extremely rich because they can afford to live here. You know, villas and all that. And so they are very stressed out too. So I don't really like to go to the post office that often because I know they have enough on their plates and they work like minimum wage, which is like, I don't know, 7, 8 euros an hour or something like that. They're ridiculous money. So they're not getting paid enough, all I'm saying. And because the island doesn't really have street names and house numbers in most areas, many of these rich cunts who come here with their 1 million euro villas and all that, because there are some here. So it's not just the fishing village here. We have the rich people from America, and the rich people from Europe, who are kind of oligarchs and offshoring everything here. No, not gonna get into politics today. No, I'm a good boy. Back to the post office and a sip of coffee. Try not to start a revolution on Tuesday morning. That's what I always say. So I went to the post office and I prepared the box beautifully and everything. And you know, the last time I went to the post office was in 2004, right? So back in the day, you wrote the address with your hand onto the box. Back of the box, you wrote your address, simple as. Went to the post office, lick the stamp on it, off you go, right? Now these days, apparently, you have to go to the website of the post office and print out the label, which is exactly what you would write on the box, but it gives you like the barcode and stuff. So, to play well with the automated system, and I didn't think of that. So Bela goes to the post office at 12:30, about an hour and a half before closing. And I go up to the clerk and I'm smiling my widest smile and I'll try not to be an asshole, and she had a hard day. I don't want to be a pain in the ass. And I tell her like, hey, I have this box. I would like to post it. Can you please help me? I'm an idiot and I don't speak enough Greek for you to understand. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. And she points at the flyer and the flyer says, print your labor at home. And I'm like, no, seriously, don't make me go on the internet, translate everything from Greek to English, then print the label, then come back here. But I had to do that. So I actually went on my phone and she guided me through what to write in which bracket. She was awesome. And when it was ready, I asked her, can I print it here, please? And she said, no, unfortunately, we have one printer and that is not connected to any network. I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. So I ran home, I got my inkjet going, and I printed out the label and went back to the post office. And it was quite an adventure because when you are in a hurry, you get the slowest cars in front of you. And the long and short of it is, I went back to the post office. I parked illegally, obviously, because I was in a hurry. So I literally blocked the street, put the emergency, I can park anywhere, push the emergency, I can park anywhere button. That's a thing in Europe. It's a little red triangle. It means you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can leave the car wherever it is. No, it's not. Anyway, Uh, and I pop in, I'm like, okay, I'll be quick. And I have like 6 people standing in front of me. And I'm torn, because I have the ADHD magic. So the car is on the street, windows rolled down, I got the emergency thing going, and I have 6 people waiting in front of me. What do I do now? Do I go back to the car, try to park it, and maybe risk that I won't be able to post this thing to Adam today? Or should I just wait out the line and risk getting people annoyed because they can't go past because of me? So I'm in this existential dread, right? And I was like, okay, I need to wait this out. I have to wait this out because this has to go on the post right now. And I was terribly dehydrated and I was stressed out. And I make myself stressed out because this is just like a 3-minute cycle, right? Anyway, I set it out. I waited it out. I was stressed all the way. And the lady was super nice, super fast, and we put the box into the post bin, whatever it is, and it costed 21 euros from Egina to Texas to post a parcel which was just under 1 kilo. And the magic trick was that the lady said if it's under 1 kilo, I am able to post it. I'm able to post it as a letter, and I don't have to post it as a parcel. And I got tracking number and all that for 20 euros. Hopefully, it won't take 6 months to get there. After this video, I will probably email Adam with all the numbers and stuff, just to make sure that he gets all the tracking details and all that jazz. Oh yeah, and one more thing I told you about in the video I will not post, which I have to tell you about right here. So how I went about finding the right parcel company, it was very easy because we have only... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, here we go. So we have like 2 parcel company on the island, and I went to both of them. One is actually next door to me. And I went in and I told the ladies there, like, hi, it is I, the idiot who lives on the island, doesn't speak the language. Can you please tell me how much would it cost for me to put on a parcel to Texas? And the lady looks at me and she has the heartiest laughter I ever heard. And she goes, Texas, you say? Yeah, Texas. And she goes, look, listen here, Sonny Jim. If you want to post an envelope, like a regular sized envelope with our company, and if you want to send it to Texas, it is going to cost you at least $60 for a little business envelope. And I was like, okay, all right, now I understand. What should I do? And then she goes, go to the post office, send it through the post office. Okay, good. So I went to the other delivery company just to make sure, I have everything. And the delivery company said that they don't deal with parcels under 100 kilos. I'm like, okay. So these were my chances. But objectively, how you should go about this, get all the parcel companies in your area, and get a quote for delivering your parcel, and make sure it is insured, and make sure it's tracked, and choose the cheapest and fastest one. And maybe if you have a booming business and all that, maybe you can ask them to give you a package price or a contract price, or I don't know, but just to make you a deal because you're gonna send all your deliveries with them or something like that. We might be able to do that. But anyway, I was talking long enough here, and I think I managed to scrape all the killed silicone off from this tray. Well, most of it Anyway, it actually feels good to do. Anyway, so here, it's clean, it's nice. I don't know how much you can see of it because now I have the B cameras pointing at me and not the selfie cam. So I have no feedback on what you see and where I'm pointing at, but it's clean. And my butt is killing me because I'm sitting on the stair. And my leg is numb. I need a chair from home. But hey, this is a craft. And this is why you're here. Me doing stupid shit in weird ways. Coffee. Ice coffee. It is literally coffee and ice. It is so good. I'm so addicted to it. Anyway. So now I am going to put some text to the screen. If you fast forwarded that, you can stop now. It's time to put some oil on the thing. And this thing is crusty, like crusty. I should have a little container to put this in, which I of course don't have. But I do have an empty water bottle. All right. Oh, my ass. So we're gonna make an oil container thingy bottle. So DIY. Well, it's water. Right? I wanted to tell you a little story. Because all we do is stories and me doing stupid shit. This is 100% pure tongue oil. It's like honey. And it hardens out very nice. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a little story. When Leathermans are multi-tools, which you can use for basically anything. And it is pretty indestructible, and they are amazing, and they have lifetime warranty for the blades and all that jazz. So if something breaks, you can just send it in and get a new one and you can fix it. So they are very, very nice tools, and I think every toolbox should have, every boy should have a Leatherman or a multi-tool. Or a girl, okay, fine. I see how you look at me. Crazy women. I love you guys. But anyway, so the story. Back in the day, when I was a little boy, 18 years old, I lived in England. And I'm just gonna wipe it on, really, so let's see. So I lived in England, and I used to work as a roadie. Hold on. You know what? I had the third people stopping at the window, so I'm just gonna open the door. Maybe somebody buys something on it. So I used to work as a roadie for a band, and packing speakers, cables, cabling up to equipment and stuff. And they actually trained me to become a sound technician or a sound man. So basically, I could manage gigs, sound wise, and live concerts and everything. Because they had no sound man and they had to do the setup as well. Long story short, I the one of the team members, an old man, he gave me his Letterman to work with and build the stage and strip wires if I have to. And it was an extremely useful tool. And I know it wasn't mine. I know I just had it, because I have to work with it. But one day, we were working on a BBC Children in Need concert, which is basically a charity gig where all these big bands come together and play and collect money for children who are having a rough time in Britain and all over the world. And that is basically that charity concert. So we were invited to this charity concert. I'm gonna close the door. Sorry, I have like these 16-year-old boys with their scooters and gutted out exhaust systems. This just fucking destroys my train of thought. So anyway, we were working on this BBC gig, and I was there to set up, stage and wires and everything. And we've been working for like the second or third day in a row, and I had barely any sleep. And somebody asked for a spanner, or not spanner, not wrench. This is what happens when you speak way too many languages. Asked for a thing like this, and without looking, I pulled my Leatherman out of my pocket, and I handed it over. And that was the last time I saw that Leatherman. And I was crying. I was so sad. I was so ashamed that I lost the Leatherman, which was bestowed upon me to be a steward for it. I felt very bad about it, and of course the owner of the Leatherman never said anything bad and said it's okay, it happens, don't worry about it. And ever since, I wanted to get my own Leatherman. It was actually a Leatherman Pave. It's a very versatile tool, but I could never afford it. Or I could never excuse myself to buy a 120, 150 buck multi-tool. It's just, it was just way too expensive. So there was I, watching YouTube again, and this thing came by. Actually, there was this video of a dude showing off a knockoff Leatherman wave, and I noticed that because I know the shape of that wave and every bit and bob on it. And I saw knockoffs, and I have a few knockoffs, but knockoffs are a piece of shit, okay? Most of them are like fucking junk. And I saw this guy's video, and I'm like, this like 1-to-1, man. Like, how did they get the patent going? Of course, it's made in China, and of course, it's made in the same factory as the Boy Leatherman. but I wasn't sure if it's like legit or not. But it was only like 20 bucks or something on Amazon. Okay, fuck it. Let's get it, you know. And dude, I got it. And it's literally 1-to-1. It has a different name on it, but it's 1-to-1. And now I carry it everywhere. It's always in my pocket and always there and always here to help me out. And I'm very happy because finally I have my Leatherman. And yeah, that's the story of me and my Leatherman. 10 years, fuck, 20 years of dreaming about it. And eventually, even if it's not the real thing, I was able to afford one. So, yeah. That's my story with the Leatherman. This is not sponsored. I don't know if you can buy it at ever. Yeah, just Google Leatherman knockoffs and you're probably gonna find it. Go on Amazon, you'll figure it out. I'm not gonna plug the brand because I just don't know if it's legit or not. You know, like I don't want you to get in trouble. But yeah, Google it. Yeah, so that's me and my multi-tool. Anyway, I think we got the oiling done, which is nice. I'm gonna pour all the rest of the crusty stuff back in the jar. Most of it anyway. Alright. Put the lid on it. There we go. And yeah, we have a very nice tray. Now I'm gonna wipe it clean because I want to take this out on the sun and I want to show you what we got. Oh yeah, and always wipe off, if you have fresh tongue oil on the epoxy, wipe it off immediately because it dries on it and it becomes matte. And you don't want that. And then it's a fucking nightmare to clean off afterwards once it's cured. But if you have a tip for me how to clean off dried on tongue oil from epoxy, comment section, guys. Thank you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me show you what we got. Oh my god, 45 minutes in. What the fuck am I doing? All right. This is how it looks. Pretty decent. I think it came out pretty good. Pretty cool. Anyway. And this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for joining me on this adventure. And this video is way longer than expected. I will not cut it. And yeah, I hope you got something out of this video. And thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for commenting and being part of this community. I'm very happy to have you guys here. And thank you for staying this long. Not many of you do. I love you. Especially you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.